Hello YouTube, this is Taladan of Tal's Minecraft. Welcome to my Let's Play Season 1, Episode 3. Alright, today we are going to be making a couple of new things, and we will be working towards equivalent exchange today. You may wonder what I'm doing here. I'm actually was recording before, and the very elements are working against me. I have some rainstorms going through and the power cut out, and I lost audio and video. So I'm having an awesome time. How about you guys? Hope everything's working out well for you guys. Anyways, so let's get started. I'm trying to get this furnaces emptied out, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. Today we will be making a couple of things, a couple of new things, and what we want to do is get a couple of circuits set up here. If you've watched my if you have watched my stream before, you will probably know right where I'm headed, but I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page here. So what I'm doing, you guys should know the recipe for circuits by now, so I'm not going to go over that. What I'm making right now are RE batteries, or rechargeable batteries. So I need 7 of those. Now we take our circuit, 1 battery, and 5 pieces of refined iron, and that gives us a mining drill, which is the second most powerful mining tool in industrial craft, or third most powerful if you include the mining laser. Since I've been able to gather up some resources, we're going to go ahead and make it a diamond mining drill by putting 3 diamonds around it in a triangle shape, and that will allow us to mine even faster and do things like break obsidian, which is very important for what we want to do next. Okay, and then to go along with the mining drill, we make a backpack. Now, the mining drill itself is very fast. It holds a singles battery worth of charge. You can mine for a little while with it. It's a good device, but it runs out of charge quickly. You'll notice this bar down here is empty. And what that means is that it doesn't have a duration like a sapphire pickaxe or sword or regular shovel, any device like that. It uses a charge, and by using that charge, it uses the charge up. Once it uses the charge up, it's not that effective, and we'll go ahead and show you what I mean here. I can take, and it takes about as long as a pickaxe to cut through blocks, and it will still break blocks, no problem. But when we charge it up, and I'm going to go ahead and try and charge my backpack here because that will allow me to drive the mining drill better. I've got a little bit more charging I need to do on that. When we charge it up, it goes much faster. Hopefully, if we can get everything fully charged here, while I'm waiting on my solar panels to recharge that, I'm going to go ahead and just drop some of these resources in my chest here. And I am hopefully going to be able to have better audio today. I'm using a second program to record audio, so I'm actually recording video with one program and recording audio with a second program right now. So there may be a little bit of lag discrepancy because I'm going to have to edit the video or edit in a starting point, but that's just one of the benefits of running Linux, is you get to learn to do new things. Now we're going to go ahead and put some time on the clock here. And there we go. Alright, we've got that fully charged. Then we're going to go ahead and charge our diamond drill. While that's charging, we'll sleep through the night so that we can continue making electricity with our solar panels. Alright, we've got our diamond drill charged, and we've got our backpack charged. So what we're going to do is drop these things off, and let's see, I believe, yeah. Go ahead and drop these guys off here. Excuse me. Now, when we mine, you see that it is much, much faster. So, what we want to do is, I do have a particular plan in mind today. We are going to go find some lava. And hopefully we can avoid dying in lava. Now I actually already have a good idea where some is because I died in lava earlier. So what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and get this rearranged here. We're going to make some obsidian here. Alright. Now, what we want to do is we want to dig down, and we will gather up. That's why we want to be careful. We will begin to gather some obsidian. We're going to need quite a good bit of obsidian for what I'm planning on doing. My son Shadowthorn is hovering over my shoulder, so I'm sure he probably wants to ask me a question, but he's just going to have to wait. We will be, hopefully, assuming I don't fall in lava and die, we will be going to the Nether on this episode. Alright, so we've got a few pieces of obsidian here, not quite enough. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to block this off here. And we will continue gathering obsidian. Now, whenever it makes that noise, it is actually turning lava into obsidian. Or cobblestone, yes. Shadow had asked me a question. He loves being on video, so.
I would do a let's play.
And I know I promised you guys that I wouldn't show y'all a whole bunch of resource gathering, but for right now we're just gonna kind of stick with what we're doing here. And let's see, I want to block this off. I know everybody out there is saying, but Taladan, you only need like 10 pieces of obsidian for a nether gate, nether portal. That's true. That is true. However, we need some obsidian for some other stuff that we're going to be making. I wanted to go ahead and gather some up while I was here. And I've got some friends here. Awesome. Creepers love to be on video too. So we're going to go ahead and gather up about 25-30 pieces of obsidian. And that should be good for what I'm wanting to get started with. Assuming the power doesn't go out and I don't lose audio again. So and you'll notice I am using the water to keep my butt safe. We do not like dying in lava. So let's go ahead and go on back up here. And we will set up our nether portal and find some glowstone. That is the next step in what we want to do with equivalent exchange. So once we get upstairs here, we will find a good place for the nether portal where I won't have to listen to it all the time. Alright, do I have any flint? Yes, I do. Good. Oh, and I wasn't even using my backpack at that point. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so we take our iron and our flint. It makes a flint and steel, not a flint and iron. Makes perfect sense. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, oh, and you notice that the mining drill works just as good on, or just as well on dirt as it does on other stuff. Okay, and we will, let's pretty this up a little bit.
It would have been you using steel, but vanilla didn't have steel.
And we'll get some steps or something going up here in a little bit. I set a sorting rule and I want sort on pick up off because I actually want stuff to come back into my hotbar. Alright, we will take these guys out of here. And I think this looks like a good place to set up. So let's clear away some of the dirt. And as you can see, you can clear away land pretty quick with a mining drill. So if you're not using a mining drill and you have industrial craft, let me suggest that you make that your very next piece of equipment that you craft for yourself. Alright, we've got some little aura wisps flying around. Oh look, I've got a beehive up here. That's something that I do want to get started in, but not right now. I'm going to hold off on the forestry bees and such. So let's take And notice I'm not using my mining drill for this part because I want to actually control how many blocks I'm breaking. I think that's too wide. Yep, that's too wide. So what we'll do is we will come in here, and it's been a little while since I built my own Nether Portal. Yeah, kind of noobish there. I suppose I could. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this. And you'll notice I am trying to use the minimal amount of obsidian for this that I can, because I have other plans for this obsidian. I love these guys. It's so much fun. Alright. Now, I think that this is going to be right here. I'll just put him right there. And perfect. So let's go to the Nether. You notice I am being very careful so that I don't just step out onto lava. Alright. So we have a, looks like we have an underground Nether portal here. And yeah, okay. Make sure there's nothing around there. And see what's going on up here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to dig for the surface, or a surface, where I can find some glowstone in here. Now, I do not have the Nether Ores mod installed. If you're running Technic Pack or Tekkit, then you will have the Nether Ores mod installed. I'm just not a big fan of Nether Ores simply because it seems like an attempt to fill the Nether with something that you can gain from the overworld. It just doesn't appeal to me that much. But if you like Nether Ores, feel free to install it and play with it yourself. That is up to you. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and waypoint this, and we're going to call this Nether Portal here. And red is a perfect color for that. So now I have a waypoint that I can always find my way back to. Again, if you're not using Ray's Minimap mod, you should be. Even if you don't want to use it to find out when there are monsters or bad guys around, it helps you navigate very well. And if you're like me, you get into the Nether and all of this netherrack is exactly the same as every other bit of netherrack. It's easy to get turned around and lost in the Nether. So with the waypoint system especially, looking for your Nether portal, perfect way to use the mod. Maybe we need to start digging up here a little bit. No, that's alright. That's the bedrock above the Nether. So let's start digging down then. Now, I didn't look at my height. I'm at 120 up there, so we're going to try and find an exit out of this place. Looks like there are some pigmen gathering around up here somewhere, so let's go ahead and dig forward. Ah, there we go. A little opening. And did I bring any torches with me? I've got some coal and some planks, so I'm good on that. Now this is what I'm looking for. I want to remember this over here.
The pigmen come.
Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and snatch some glowstone here. I'm actually pretty lucky that I don't have to go out over lava to get this glowstone. Most of the time I come into the nether and lava, it's like the glowstone is 50 or 60 blocks out over the lava. And I end up having to shift and build, and it's a pain in the butt, so I want to make sure we get every bit of this glowstone. I hear a ghast. Hopefully we can get out of here before he finds us, because I do not have any armor on, and that would not be good. I know you guys love glowstone, so this is a good bit of it here. We're just going to go ahead and strip all of this out of here. See what we're doing on inventory space. I think I've got just enough space here. Alright, so we have a quick raid into the nether, successfully acquired some glowstone dust, and now we're going to head back. I know you're thinking, well, Taladan, why don't you set up a base here in the nether? I will. That'll come later. But for right now, I just need some glowstone dust to get started with the equivalent exchange. So let's take and head back to the portal here.
You're getting hungry.
And let's head back to the overworld. Alright, and it's still nighttime here, so we want to get back into the base as quickly as possible. Perfect. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make our Philosopher's Stone, and that takes 1 diamond, 4 redstone, and 4 glowstone. So let's dump some of this stuff out of here, and we want to put you in here, and let's get some redstone and a diamond. We'll take and throw that in there. 4 redstone and 4 glowstone gives us a Philosopher's Stone. Now, we're not going to stop there. The Philosopher's Stone is excellent. This is one of the more useful devices in equivalent exchange because, if nothing else, it acts as a uh, traveling or portable um, crafting table. But what we want to do with the Philosopher's Stone now is make a Transmutation Tablet. I need 4 pieces of smooth stone and 4 pieces of obsidian. That's why I was needing so much obsidians, because I wanted to make sure that I had enough to make my Transmutation Tablet. Actually, we'll just go ahead and cook up all that cobble into smooth stone. Alright. Hold on just a second. Alright. Let's see here. Have we got our smooth stone? Good, we do. Now, we're going to grab that obsidian, 4 pieces, and we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of obsidian, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of smooth stone, and a Philosopher's Stone, and that gives us a Transmutation Tablet. And we still retrieve our Philosopher's Stone because it's not used up in the recipe. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and throw the Transmutation Tablet down here. And now we can start teaching the Transmutation Tablet materials. And I can throw in an axe, I can throw in a sapphire pickaxe, and you notice that it says it learns it. And that's what we want. We want it to learn everything in our inventory, because we'll be able to use this to transmute from one item to another. And you notice also down here we have an EMC value that comes up for each item. Can we learn cable? No, we can't learn cable. Most of the industrial craft stuff you can't learn in an EMC table or transmutation tablet, simply because it is too complex an item. But water buckets, bread, meat, all that kind of thing you can learn in a transmutation tablet. Can we learn a divining rod? No, we cannot. How about a wrench? No, we cannot. One thing that we do want to teach our transmutation tablet, though, is we want to teach it diamonds. And I'll go ahead and teach it copper and tin as well. And the good thing about this is, and I think I've got a good example here, you notice I have 10 silver dust here, and I have a silver ingot. Well, if I teach it a silver ingot, and then I teach it silver dust, we can actually transmute directly from silver dust to ingots. So we can bypass our furnaces there, which makes it a little bit easier when you have a lot of materials you need to cook up. Makes it a little bit easier on your system if you don't have a large power grid. And a lot of people don't like equivalent exchange. They say it's overpowered. You know what I say? I say that it's your single player world. You play it how you want to play it. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I've got all this tungsten over here. I'm going to go ahead and transmute it to diamonds as well, because each tungsten ore is worth 2 diamonds. So, tungsten has a beautiful, beautiful use there, and we definitely want to take advantage of that. Now, let's see, I've got this copper ingot and this copper ingot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and see if we can teach. Can we teach bronze? Yes, we can teach bronze. We can also transmute from one type of copper to the other type of copper. So if you like the equivalent exchange, or I'm sorry, the red power copper over the industrial craft copper, the way it looks or whatever, you can do a direct transmutation there. Did we teach at 10? I know this is a little bit tedious, but it is one of those things that you do want to do, because it will make gathering materials a lot faster, a lot easier. Does this mean that we're going to stop mining? No, doesn't mean we're going to stop mining, quarrying, and things like that. But it means that we will be using it for different purposes. I still have a lot of resources to gather to be able to get to some of the higher tier equipment in equivalent exchange and red power. So that is not something you need to worry about, that you know I'm never going to be able to, or I'm never going to be mining again. However, I will not have to focus on mining. I can focus on doing some of the other things in the mods, and you'll notice there's a difference here. When you put glowstone dust or nickelite or coal or charcoal or redstone dust or eternalist fuel or Mobius fuel or anything like that in here, it has a lock. No lock. It locks to fuel, so you cannot directly transmute in a transmutation tablet glowstone for stone or whatever. It just won't do that. Now, when I put a piece of material in there, it has a matter lock, so I cannot transmute matter for fuel. There is a distinction there. There are ways around that, but we're not going to get into that this session. That will come later. And I want to go ahead and teach it redstone and lapis. And now we need to teach it some coal. We can do some uranium ore too. Alright. This is the biggest thing that I wanted to get done today with the equivalent exchange. So I think we're getting to a good stopping point here. I do want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to go ahead and leave them in the comment section, and I will attempt to answer them as quickly as possible. I am kind of interested. Can I reproduce these? No. Okay, so those do not have EMC values, which makes it interesting, and that's fine. But look forward in the next episode towards working towards a few more equivalent exchange things, and maybe thinking about a little bit of Thaumcraft. I haven't decided yet how I want to do my Thaumcraft, if I want to start it early on or if I want to wait until I've got some resources gathered up. But I do know that I am interested in doing that, so you guys keep watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button, rate the video, give me a comment. If you don't like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the dislike button. It doesn't matter. As long as you give me some feedback, let me know what's going on. Keep it civil in the comment section. Everybody's cool. But just remember that I'm doing this for me and for you guys, so we're here to have fun. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.